Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of GMS, teaching and ruling well. Salutation to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, pushing forth the word, whether people hear it for bear, and are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities. Shabbat shalom, everyone. So I wanted to go into a quick little lesson pertaining to not learning the ways of the heathens, right? Because these people, even coming in this truth, it's one thing of knowing that you're an Israelite, but it's another thing of living and following Yahweh Shai. That's the separation. Because you can say you're Israelite, you can have the pertaining to Ezekiel 37. You can have the flesh. But if you don't have the breath, meaning the knowledge and understanding of the scriptures, the breath of life, if you're not following Yahweh Shai, not reverencing the Son, right, you're still going off. You're still in that Broadway, leading to destruction, right? And most of these people, their mindset is geared towards destruction. They're gonna go into hell with pridely. You see, that's why it tells us not to learn the ways of the heathens. Okay, so as it says here in John 3:3. Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Salak said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. So what does that mean? Now us, you have to put it in mind that after all these captivities, especially in this captivity, now we are brought up in a Gentile mindset as the heathens. Okay, we're brought up to black culture. So-called black culture, we're brought up to that, black culture, Mexican culture, whatever byword that they call you, that's the culture that they ascribe to our people, whether Native Indian, whether so we've been brought up a different way. That's why we must be born again and learn the proper way to follow Yahweh as babes. You reject whatever you learn in the world, and you come back as newborn babes, wanting the sincere milk of this truth, man. Wanting the sincere milk. You start as something as simple as learning the alphabet in Hebrew. You're a Hebrew Israelite. You should know the alphabet. In order to learning the Hebrew, because the first step is knowing who you are, and afterwards it's knowing who you have to serve. Who is your power? Who is your source? And once you figure out that it's Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, okay, that you cannot make it to Yahweh but by Yahweh Shai, then the ball is rolling. Then you're on the ball, man. You see, it tells us here in Romans 12:1, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. Holy, acceptable unto the Most High, living sacrifice, meaning separate to all the wickedness that's happening, man. It tells us those that use the world to not abuse it, roughly paraphrasing. But we're in this world. The Lord said, I pray for them that are in the world, that you take them not out of the world. So we're here. We're here to teach other brothers to come in the fold. Okay, and as we're here, we have to pay bills. We have families to take care of. We have to move and maneuver with wisdom through this society, with wicked society. Okay, so that being said, there are lines that we cannot cross. You put in mind Daniel. He was higher up in Nebuchadnezzar's kingdom, but there are certain rules that he could not ascribe to, because it was going against the doctrine, okay, against the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. So that's the line that we cannot cross, right? We're not gonna eat pork. We're not gonna celebrate pagan holidays, okay? We're not gonna do any, we're gonna celebrate the Sabbath to the best of our abilities. Of course, you're not gonna call in sick every other day because it's a Sabbath. You gotta go to work. You pray for the Lord for forgiveness. Ultimately, we're here in this flesh. We're gonna sin, but the fact that you're trying, That's the most important. You try to the best of your abilities, you pray for repentance. Ultimately, this is why we have to, this is another importance why Yahweh Shai is so important, because through him we obtain forgiveness of sin. Right? So that being said, it's not for us to sin willingly. Right? There are things that we cannot keep, and that's because we're in a wicked society, man. In the kingdom of heaven, you're not gonna have to ask your boss, yo, I'm have to take a day off as a Sabbath. Everyone's gonna know. You see? It says here, the next verse 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. Okay, be not conformed to this world. That's basically not partaking to all this wickedness, rejecting the evil. Being born again, meaning that you reject everything that you've been brought up, so you can transform into being a more efficient worker, efficient servant to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay. So it says here in Matthew 16:24, then said Yahweh Shai unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. As it was saying before in the previous precept that I brought out, present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable. Okay, that's what it means to deny ourselves and take up the cross and follow Yahweh Shai, man. We're walking a straight path. Okay, narrow path, straight path. It's not comfortable, man. There are things that we have to sacrifice. For example, you might have a job that pays well, this and that, but if you take that job, you won't be able to go to camp, because now you're gonna have to work 24/7. You're only off on the weekends, but you know that you congregate Fridays and Tuesdays. You're gonna have to pass on that job, man. That's a living sacrifice. Ultimately it's the Lord testing you, man. Seeing that are you gonna fall for the money, or are you gonna take a pay cut so you can keep doing the work? Because ultimately, what do we need? Our daily bread. This is the only thing that we need to move on, man. The evil thereof is sufficient for the day, man. Sufficient for the day is the evil thereof, Salakia. You see? The only thing that we really need as a man of the Lord, because we know that the Lord will provide. That's our faith, that we know that the Lord has a care for us, man. He cares about us, man. So he'll give us enough, just enough to make it through the day, man. You see, tomorrow will take care of itself. You see? It says here, Salakia, had a quick technical difficulty, but I'm back. So that being said, I read that precept again. Matthew 16:24. Then said Yahweh Shai unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Okay, so if you take the low, for the Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, he sees it, man. Okay, we're not looking for fame and glory on this side, man. That's what we have to understand, man. Once you follow Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you actually understand that, this is not I'm not the most important. I'm a vessel being used, and as a vessel, I'm easily disposable. Okay, so that's why we move in the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because any other day he could take the spirit off of us, man. All right. Put in mind Saul had the spirit on him. At one time he was prophesying with the prophets. You see, he to the point he became king, and afterwards he was all bugged out, dealing with witchcraft, necromancy. You see, and then he ended up killed. You see, losing the kingdom. You see, so ultimately, man, you don't want the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to leave you, man. You see, for the things of this world, for you choosing the pleasures of sin for a moment, so you can excel on this side, but you know that glory comes. First Yahweh Shai needs to get his glory. We're following him. We're servants to the master, right? And the servant is not greater than the master. We have to understand that. So coming in this truth, you're coming in as a babe. You're already humble. Coming in this truth, the pride is one thing that you cannot bring into the truth, man. It's something that you have to let go in the world, man. All these rappers, man, one of the things that they push forward so much is pride. Look at me, look at this, look how much money I got, all these hoes that I got, man. Look at my cars, look at this, look at me. That's the vibration that the world pushes, man. You see? But once you follow Yahweh Shai, you forget about all that, man. Because you ultimately that the world is ours. Everything that's out there, it belongs to us anyways. And there's gonna be a point where we're gonna take it, we're gonna reclaim it as ours when Yahweh Shai comes back. All we have to do is wait, right? So I don't see the point of losing the crown that was already reserved for you, losing that crown because you want to obtain things that already belong to you, man. That's crazy. You see? That's why it says, "For he that will find his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it." Okay? Because at the end of the day, you will all get it back through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You see? And 100-fold, man. You see? And it says here, verse 26, For what is a man's profited? Slakia. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Here we go. For what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then shall he reward every man according to his works. Right? Whether you serve Yahweh Bashim Yahshua until the end, or whether you fold it, or whether you fold it and serve the devil, and serve Mammon, serve the god of money. Okay? You see? At the end of the day, all your actions are going to be rewarded, man, whether good or bad. Don't think you can hide from the Lord, man. The Lord sees all, man. He's the one that the ways of a man is of the Lord. How can a man understand his own ways? Roughly paraphrasing, everything that you're thinking about doing or gonna do or did was already preordained. It was already written in the book for you to do it. Set up like that. You see? For example, quick example, you might want to go out shopping. You go shopping, you get what you need, and then you out. You get your groceries, and then you out. And then instead of going to the left door, you go to the right door, and you end up seeing a friend you end up seeing a friend that you haven't seen in 5 years. Because the Lord wanted that setup to happen for you to see that, man. You see? Because you could have went the other way, but then you said, no, I'm gonna take that door. You see? But that's just to say that, that how much we're not in control of our own, of our own destiny, in a sense. Free will is non-existent ultimately, man. Free will is really just an illusion, because the Lord is in control of everything, good or bad, man. You see, from the moment from the breath that you take, from the thought that comes in your mind, everything's of the Lord, man. You see? So I'll bring out Isaiah 33:1, which reads, "Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." Okay? Woe to the rebellious children. And we know that the 2/3 of Israel, man, they're rebellious people, man. They don't want to hearken to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They think that they can find a better way. Okay, they think actually in their mind right now, the 2/3 in the world right now, they think that Esau Edom has the way, man. That's why most of them already ran and took the knockout combo. Right? They're already dealing with Vanessa. Okay? You know what I mean when I say that. Vanessa, the juice, the serpent's juice. They're already dealing with that. Well, some of them were the first ones to run and get it, you see? And it says what? So they can add sin to sin. Because ultimately, when these people did line up and got the juice, what was it for? So they could go out in places, so they can go out for restaurants, so they can go out and go to movies, so they can do this and do that, because the serpent was coming down with wrath, because right now we haven't seen him come down with his horns yet, but still he was putting down restrictions, making life difficult for people, So that being said, these people they bow down to it real quick, and this isn't even the moment where the serpent is really coming down with great wrath. There's gonna be a time where soldiers are gonna come in your house and take you out, man. Drag you out your house and tell you, are you taking this or not? okay, you don't, this is your option. You either take the juice, or we're gonna drag you all the way to a concentration camp where we're gonna torture you. Put your kids to death in front of you if you don't take it. You see, this and that, man. You have to put that in your mindset. Play those scenarios in your head, man. Ultimately, we know that regardless who the wicked kill on this side, if you keep your integrity and fear of the Lord can bring you back. It's a simple thing for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to bring you back. So it says here, verse 2, Isaiah 30:2. You see, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked in my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Pharaoh, of the shadow of Egypt. So that's that. In this time, it's Israel, the 2/3 putting their faith in Esau, Edom, running to get the jab. They're gonna run to get the MOTB. Thinking that this is the right way. This is the best thing to do. They're helping the society. They're following the rules. You see. But Daniel, you put that example of Daniel and the king Nebuchadnezzar, when it was time to go against the laws of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that was a line that he would not cross. He put the line in the sand and he said, I'm not doing that. You think I'm gonna worship you and your statue every time I'm gonna hear the horn? Nah, man. I'm gonna go and pray 5 times. I believe it was 5 times or 3 times. To the east and pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I don't care if you're gonna put me to death. If you put me to death, put me to death. I don't care, man. You see, that's the same mentality that we have to have. We don't even care. We don't fear death, man. Okay, we only fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You see, because even in death, we're not gonna escape him. We're not gonna escape his judgment. Even if we save our, as it said before, he that saved his life shall lose it. Okay, so we're not about to save our own life so we can lose it in the end. That's stupid. That's foolishness. And that's why it says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your time. So we know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is in control of everything. So we're not gonna bow down to Esau, regardless of the threats, regardless if he puts us to death. Because ultimately we know that life and death are in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, so it says here in Isaiah 30:3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Okay, as he was saying before, in Matthew 16:27, to the point it says, and then shall he reward every man according to his works. So if you put your trust in the shadow of Egypt, it will be your confusion. Confusion meaning, you don't know what's going on. You see, it's gonna be your confusion, because when the time comes, when Yahweh Shai comes back in his glory, you're gonna realize that you are on the wrong side the whole time. You see, and that's why you're gonna be put to death. Okay. I'll bring out a quick precept pertaining to letter of Jeremy. It's like a letter of Jeremiah in letter of Jeremiah 1:4, which reads, now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver and gold, and of wood borne upon shoulders, which cause nations to fear. You see, these people are afraid of those mandates. They're afraid of those mandates. They're afraid of the so-called system. The laws, the wicked decrees that they push forth. That's why these people are moving. They're moving with fear, but not of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. They're fear of the oppressor. Okay, so it says here, verse 5. Beware therefore that ye in no wise be like to strangers. Beware therefore that ye be in no wise like to strangers. Neither be ye, neither be ye and of them when ye see them in the multitude before them and behind them worshiping them. You see, you're not supposed to be doing that when it comes to those pagan holidays. When it comes to anything that goes against Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we're not supposed to do it, even though the whole world is under that wicked vibration, that satanic vibration, to do what's against the gospel. You see, we're not supposed to follow these people, man. So it says here, verse 6, but say ye in your hearts, O Lord, we must worship thee. That's what we have to say in our heart, in our mind. Meditate upon these things. Oh Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we have to worship thee. You're the one that we have to put our trust in, man. You see? And it says here, for mine angel is with you, and I myself care for your souls. You see? So the Most High cares about us, regardless if Esau Edom, the devil, the so-called white man, puts us to death. We know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, ultimately we're gonna return to Him. You see, our souls is gonna return to the Father, and we're either gonna receive a standing ovation for standing firmly for the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, or we're gonna rise up in shame, because we we're not supposed to bow down to this wicked system, man. Regardless if we were to lose our lives, man. Okay. It says here in 2 Corinthians to further prove the point. Okay. 2 Corinthians 6:14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. That's the vibration that the world pushes. All these people, regardless if they're not in the doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, even if they know they're Israelites, they're unbelievers. Okay. For what fellowship had righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion had light with darkness? There's none. Where there is light, there can't be darkness, and when there is darkness, there can be light. And that's another reason why you cannot be lukewarm. You're either for Yahushua, you're either for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, or you're for the devil. You can't serve both. As I said, you cannot serve two masters. Either you will hate one and love the other. Okay, you see. So that's why it's even more important that you make the choice. As now that we're in this time of grace, the Lord is giving us the opportunity to make the decision, and ultimately those that will endure to the end were already predestinated, preordained to choose Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because it says, the Lord said, my sheep hear my voice. So all those that are going to endure until the end were meant to do it from the beginning of time. They were already preordained to do it, man. So it's no surprise, man. The Lord knows who belongs to Him, man. You see? And it says here, and what concord had Hamashiach with Belial, or what part had the or what part had he that believeth with an infidel? No part, man. You see, as it says, be not partakers of her sins. Come out of her, my people, lest you be partakers of her sin. So we're not going to have no part in that destruction. Only those that are infidel, only those that the unbelievers, as it says, fear not the incredulity of those that believe not, because the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. You see, you're not to be around these people, man. It's like, like I said, you're undercover, man. Clark Kent. We're on that Clark Kent mode, man. You go to work, you come back home, you do a lesson, this and that. You're on your scriptures, you watch videos. When you're out there, you're Clark Kent. But when you're out here, when you're out there in the camp, you're really Superman. You're pushing for the word, man. You see? These people, yo, come out, to a party. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Nah, man, I'm busy. I got other things to handle. I don't have time for this. You see? I gotta go to school. I gotta do this, we're not to be unequally yoked with unbelievers, man, because they got demons on them. That's what you have to understand. These people that are not in the truth, they're not being cleansed. So if you're not getting cleansed, you're getting dirty. You're unclean. You see, you're profane. You're outside the temple. You see, that because if you're not holy, you're profane. You see. So all these people, man, that are not in the truth, even if they know they're Israelites, if they know they're Israelite but they don't have the breath, they really have demons on them, man. You see? And those demons, these people are the worst, because they could manipulate the word, this and that, make it sound good, But we know that those that are chosen, those that are meant to be in this truth, they hear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. They can tell, man. They say, yo, you do not speak according to these words, according to the testimonies. You see, you have no light in you, Salakia. And it says here, verse 16, 2 Corinthians 6:16, and what agreement had the temple of the Most High with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power, as the Most High had said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, said the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and I will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and my daughters, said the Lord Almighty. You see, we're not supposed to be around these people, man. We know the circumstance that we're in captivity. We're in this wicked kingdom. We have to go to work. We have to pay bills. We have obligations. You handle those things, but then afterwards, man, you're out, man. You dash. You jet, man. You don't have to stay there with these people, man. You don't have to dabble in the wickedness and carnality with these people, man. You flex. You tell them, yo, I gotta go. I can't hang around y'all people, man. You say, you say it politely, it tells us to be at peace with all men, we move through wisdom. You tell them, yo, I got things to handle at home. I'm out of here. You see? So it says here in 1 Peter 2:15, for so is the will of the Most High, that with well doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men. You see? At the end of the day, we're gonna, because it says all men shall see, all eyes shall see when Yahushua comes back. You see? So so the ignorance of foolish men will be put to silence. All these people that talk and say, "Oh, you're racist," "Oh, you're homophobic," "Oh, you're this," "Oh, you anti-Semite," or all these bywords, to put you down. But at the end of the day, the ignorance of foolish men will be put to silence, because they will understand that this doctrine is not to please everyone. The truth is the truth, and it's not to be changed. Okay, regardless if it doesn't please your ears. Okay, if it doesn't sound good to you, if it's not to your liking, you have the scriptures are not to change to fit your agenda. You're supposed to change your agenda to fit the scriptures. You see? Yeah, that's what it means. That's what it means to be transformed by do not conform to the world, but be it transformed by the renewing of your mind. You're renewing your mind. You're transforming into molding yourself into a new creature, and that new creature is trying to fit himself in the scriptures. You see, try to live a righteous life. Try to move in the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of his ability. Okay, and next verse it says, as free and not using our liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of the Most High. You see, so we're not gonna use this, we're under grace so I can eat pork. Nah, man, that's not what it means. Oh, we're under grace so I can commit adultery. They're all whores anyways. Nah, man, that's not what it means, man. It means that regardless of the fact that you can still go off, you don't go off willingly, man. You see, you try your best to fight the flesh, because faith without works is dead. You try your best to the best of your abilities, man. At the end of the day, the whole law is pertained to this. Salakia. So basically, the whole law is comes down to this, that love, that comes down to love. If you love your brother, you're not gonna hurt him. You're not gonna lie. You're not gonna take his life, his wife. You're not gonna bring false accusation against the brother. You're not gonna cover his things. You see, it all comes down to that word love, man. You see. So ultimately, in Joshua 24:15, it says, if it seems evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the powers which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the powers of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And the people answered and said, the Most High forbid that we should forsake the Lord to serve other powers. And it says here in Jeremiah 10:2, thus said the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathens, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. Okay, so when Yahweh Bashem Yahushai comes with the clouds, with his mighty army, these people are gonna be bugged out, not knowing what's going on, to the point that they're gonna try to go and fight him. You see, carnal-minded people, man. That's why I was telling in the beginning, their mind, the carnal mind is geared towards destruction. And these people that are not moving in the spirit, they're gonna get destroyed, killed. You see? They're gonna be a story of the past, okay? A bad memory, okay? So there's gonna be a time where all this wickedness is gonna come to an end. The truth is gonna flourish, and we're living in those times, man. As it says, the house of David shall increase, man. We have to grow, man. In the spirit. Okay? That being said, man, I hope this lesson was edifying. We're not to learn the ways of the heathens and reject this world, the darkness, and move in the light. We have to learn to sacrifice. Make our bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Most High. Okay? Separate. Okay? Not to dabble in these wicked things, man. You see? Keep our garment white. Prepare ourselves for Yahweh Shai, because we know that he's on his way back, man. The signs are there. Everything's proven, man. We're just waiting for a couple prophecies to be fulfilled. You see? So it's not the time to lose faith now, man. You see? That being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Macha Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of GMS, teaching and ruling well. Salutation to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, pushing forth the word, whether people hear it or bear, and are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities. Alright? Shalom, shalom, DT Abba Babal, Kwam Yasha Allah. Shalom.